I've never understood the appeal of tennis games prior to the advent of VR. Sure, there was Pong before there was anything else, and Mario Tennis gave you an RPG to conquer between matches. But the legions of Virtua Tennis fans who are typing angry comments as we speak? Yeah, I don't get you. But in VR, where you have to not only swing the racket yourself at just the right angle, with just the right amount of power, well, now we're talking. So with that divisive intro out of the way, I've got to say that I'm happy Tennis on Court feels pretty good to play. It's been about 20 years since I've been on a real tennis court, but based on my hazy memories, the physics and haptics feel just about right. And there are plenty of options here that'll cater to whatever kind of challenge you're looking for. There's a ton of assists, realism in arcade mode, although on-court will make you teleport to the ball's location for a while, before finally allowing you to disable it and control your movement and running without any assistance. You can adjust the offset of the racket on the fly with your right analog stick, and different court surfaces seem to affect the ball the way they should. So naturally the first thing I did was jump into single player, which offers up tournaments to play against the AI. These 4 tournaments are ranked from easy to pro difficulty, and having just finished all 4, I can confidently say that they're all identical. You're literally playing the exact same tournament 5 times in a row with no increase in difficulty. Your opponents never get any faster, never get more precise, and they'll give up a tough shot just as easily. Oh, and sometimes this happens. Even still, these things take a while to get through, and with no option to save your game at any point, tournaments can become tedious fast. And it's interesting to note that it's all single-player matches here, no doubles. Doubles can only be played with 4 real people online. I think the big draw for Tennis on Court would have been the option to play online with friends. And playing 1v1 with Miles was pretty fun. Although I think a big part of that has to do with the fact that, well, this is our only tennis game on PSVR2 to date, so it's kind of this or nothing. But there are issues with online that we simply didn't experience offline. Like the blown out, distorted in-game voice chat.
Oh, did I? I like that, it does that.
That caused us to switch over to the PS5 party chat. But even more concerning are the delayed animations of your opponents. They're so delayed, in fact, that it looks like they're gonna miss every return, forcing you to just assume that every ball is gonna come back at you, even when it doesn't look like that's what's happening. It's also worth noting that every animation you see is a stock animation, meaning when Miles is being Miles and waving his racket around like a madman, all I see is him just standing there. And the problems became 10 times more apparent when I went online with the full without Parole crew for a doubles match. It's an absolute shit show. Animations are atrocious and are delayed so much that I can't tell if my teammate returned the ball or not. And this part is inexcusable. The wrong teams kept getting credit for points they didn't deserve. It's literally just broken. So if you're getting Tennis on Court to play online, don't.
30 left.
If you need some practice with power and accuracy, Tennis on Court has you covered. There are training modes here for each kind of swing that can be really, really challenging. I like the idea that these are sort of like mini games that you can play between matches to challenge yourself. But I wish they went even further with them creatively. You know, like making you knock down a giant Jenga tower or put hoops in the air to get your ball through. As it is, it's fine, but it feels a bit like a missed opportunity. And missed opportunity is the term that permeates every aspect of Tennis on Court's presentation. Character models look cold and dead. The courts need some kind of dynamic lighting to alleviate the blandness of it all. And the crowd is humorously made up of about, a third, maybe, 3D character models, and the other 2/3 are flat, wavy cardboard cutouts. Certain parts of the game even feel unfinished, like the coin toss when the crowd goes deathly silent. There's no music, and it seems like there's supposed to be some kind of voiceovers that are inexplicably missing. The replays show the volley from a boring, static, third-person view, and I don't know who these are for. I skip all of them. There is an avatar creation system here that gives you a certain amount of creative freedom, but unlocking more cosmetics as you get through the single player campaign would have at least been something to strive for. If you've been paying attention for the last few minutes, it's probably become pretty apparent that Tennis on Court isn't quite ready for prime time. It's fun and it feels like a good time waster, and the physics do feel pretty good. Unfortunately, that's kind of where the positives end. So I really hope the developers over at Fishing Cactus give their game the Galaxy Kart treatment and keep improving it over time.
Fault 30 all. Fault 30-40.